Foreign Affairs Committee Chairman Michael McCaul says he wants the interviews by next week. He's also threatening to hold Secretary of State Anthony Blinken in contempt of Congress for failing to comply with a subpoena. Joining me right now is Florida Congressman Michael Waltz. He's a member of the Armed Services, Foreign Affairs, and Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence. He is also a former Green Beret and a current Army National Guard. Congressman, thank you so much for being here this morning. You served in Afghanistan. Your thoughts on what we're seeing now?
Well, my underlying question is, if this was such an outstanding success, as both Blinken and Biden have said, then what do they have to hide? Why are we having to subpoena the Secretary of State and threaten to hold him in contempt? And I give Chairman McCaul kudos for taking those tough measures. And then now we're demanding transcribed interviews for a lot of his key lieutenants. But at the end of the day, Maria, at the center of this is a descent cable that the diplomats in Kabul, as this disaster was going down, sent back to their headquarters at the State Department. And Maria, I've been briefed on a summary, which is not sufficient. We need to see the actual cable itself. But these diplomats predicted what was going to happen. They told their headquarters, they sounded the alarm bell. And in that briefing, the briefers told me that the president and the National Security Council was never informed of it. So we will continue to dig here. Those Gold Star families, the 1,000+ Americans that were left behind, and our hundreds of thousands of Afghan allies deserve accountability.
Well, look, we've got the president saying that white supremacy is the #1 threat to America, and you've got China having surveillance balloons travel across America. You've got a wide open border. Now we see that China has sentenced a 78-year-old American citizen to life in prison on what they claim are spying charges. I mean, this is rich. They just did a spy balloon across America, and they claim that an American citizen has been spying on China. This is John Lung. He's also a permanent resident in Hong Kong. He's been detained since April 2021. Chinese officials reportedly confiscated his money, nearly $72,000. Congressman, what's going on here, and what does this tell us about communist China today?
Well, Maria, on top of that, they recently detained a Japanese pharmaceutical executive, also on espionage charges. Look, the Chinese Communist Party just drastically expanded how it defines espionage and what powers it has to go for anti-espionage investigations. So traveler beware. I mean, they basically have carte blanche. Any document, any data, anything that they determine is information passed under state security law, and those are very broadly and ill-defined. They can lock you up. And so, again, traveler beware. This is a techno dictatorship. And with their surveillance state, with the technology that they have in place, no one is safe there.
And this is one of the reasons that we are wondering why we haven't been tougher on communist China. Yep. They've got police stations operating within America. I mentioned the spy balloon, and this has been met with absolutely no response from this government, which is why we constantly ask, is Joe Biden compromised? House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer joined me yesterday on Sunday Morning Futures. Here's what he said about the China initiative, which, of course, was an initiative under the Trump administration, right, which was indicting people for sending intellectual property back to Beijing. But as soon as Joe Biden walked into the White House, he canceled it. Here's James Comer. Watch.
China sends students over here. They want to volunteer to be in our research and development programs, and they steal our intellectual property and send it back to China. But when Joe Biden became president, one of the first things he did was cancel the China initiative. Now we find out his family received millions and millions of dollars from the Chinese Communist Party. It sure looks fishy to me.
So, Congressman, I'm wondering if this is one of the decisions that the Oversight Committee is investigating as far as Joe Biden being paid. Was he paid for canceling the China initiative?
Well, it looks like he was paid while vice president, paid in the years in between, and we'll find out what money has flown since he has moved since he has become president. But, Maria, people need to understand the tsunami of spying that is going on under the Chinese Communist Party. Look, obscure agencies like the National Science Foundation, which is responsible for 50% of the research grants in all of our universities, has received 1,000% increase in referrals from the FBI. Do you know how big their security office was? One woman. One person. We were able to increase that, but I mean, this is it is out of control. They're buying up our farmland. They're buying up our private schools. They are involved in so many aspects of key elements of our society. And I think one of the reasons that you're seeing so little action from the Democrats is because they're aspects that the Democrats care the most about. It's Hollywood. It's academia. It's research institutions, right? It's woke corporations at Wall Street. The key influencers across our society that the Democrats care the most about are the ones that are the most influenced, and therefore they kind of turn a blind eye.
Well, I mean, it's even worse than that. According to James Comer, they're actually obstructing justice. And the White House is intimidating potential witnesses. I spoke with your colleague, Tim Burchett, earlier. And I want to play you a bit of this because James Comer told me yesterday that the informant that apparently educated the whistleblower, he can't locate him. And we're wondering, is he missing? Watch this. Do you know the whereabouts of the informant?
No, ma'am, I do not.
Is he missing?
Apparently, yes. The telling thing about this is that our Federal Bureau of Investigation and our Justice Department have basically just turned a blind eye to all of this. And now it's come down to the point where Speaker McCarthy has to have a one-on-one meeting with Director Wray over just the way that they've handled this and bungled this thing from the start. I believe it's happening this Thursday.
Congressman, there feels like there's a serious cover-up going on within the FBI, within the media. How do you read this?
Well, Maria, I mean, we'll continue to press and get to the bottom of it. I don't think we know the extent of it yet. But I could tell you, across the board, there is this apathy towards taking a tough stand on our greatest adversary. We just had the Deputy Secretary of State, Wendy Sherman, really get exposed for soft pedaling our approach to China after the spy balloon. Secretary Blinken canceled his trip. She was trying to downplay information to get his trip reinstated. And we have the climate czar, Kerry, going over there on a regular basis and re-engaging. And part of the problem is they believe, number one, as you heard Biden say, that white supremacy is our greatest threat, not the Chinese Communist Party, which is just ridiculous on the face of it. And that second to that is climate is our greatest threat. So therefore, we're going to compromise. We're going to appease. We're going to do whatever we can to not take a tough stand. We need to be calling this the Cold War that it is and begin treating it that way. But we're not seeing it out of this bureaucracy.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. You know, if he says that China is the biggest threat, he's going to have to answer the question, what are you doing about it, right? If he says Afghanistan was a major threat, he's got to answer the question, well, what have you done about it? Well, there was a botched withdrawal. And same thing with the border, wide open border. Well, what are you doing about it? Right. So if you say this narrative that American people are the problem, then you could justify the way they're talking about white supremacy.
Well, and then justify his approach towards MAGA Republicans and towards President Trump as the leader, right? That's what this is politically driven.
That's what it's about.
To gaslight like that is just, it's dangerous, it's irresponsible. And meanwhile, we face very real threats that we're not dealing with.
Well, which is why I'm just baffled by this. Don't your colleagues on the left recognize the threats that you recognize? Congressman, it's always a pleasure to see you. We so appreciate your time this morning. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Maria.